Okay. Hello. I don't know why that was just the beginning of it. All right. Okay. So, let's get into it. So, I was meditating. And actually, no, let's back up. Even before I was meditating, I was, getting myself set up for doing this reading. And I really felt the need to use my sage and cleanse the room. And so that was one thing. And then I was meditating, and I started being pulled like physically backward, like from I just felt this like energetic cord like pulling me backward. And that was the message of like cleansing, clearing, and cutting ties. There's something, we can probably get more specific about it as we go on, but there is something in your field that is holding you back, and it is time to let go of it. It's like past time, I'm hearing. Past the time to be fully letting go of it. And it's interesting, like as I'm doing this reading, I'm like feeling this like bodily response of like my kind of like out of breath, and I feel a little bit like it just feels like nervous energy. And so maybe there's something in your life that's like making you nervous, and it's like time to cut it out. It's time to like let it go. Maybe there's people in your life that are making you nervous, people in your life that aren't seeing your path, and it's like literally just time to like let go of that. Or like I'm hearing thought cycles or thought patterns that just bring you down, make you feel less confident, make you feel more nervous, and like give you that like shaky voice or that like out of breath, like, nervous system overload feeling. It really just feels like it's time to like let that go. Like let whatever that is in your life, and it's going to be specific for every single person, it's time to let that go. And then I needed to like bring this crystal, which I actually don't know the name of it, but it's a blue crystal and it's related to the throat chakra. And I feel like there's it's like this thing that's holding you back is like keeping you from your expression. And it's like time to cut that off. It's like time to be like, no, I'm not listening to that anymore. Or no, I'm not engaging with those people anymore. I'm not engaging with those thought patterns anymore. I am speaking my truth. I'm owning myself, and I'm being authentic to who I am. So that's a big message. That was like the first message that was coming up. What are some of the other things that are coming up in your field? I'm feeling this like eagerness. This eagerness for the new, for what's brighter and lighter, for something else. Like there's this eagerness for change, for being able to fully, again, be you, be your authentic self, and stop listening to other people like bringing you down. Wow, this message just like seems very like symbolic of right now, because I feel like this just keeps coming up of like, no, it's time to be you, it's time to cut these ties, it's time to not care what other people think, it's time to go all in. Literally going all in. And not caring at all about what the repercussions are, about what other people think, about how it's going to happen. Like you never need to know the how, you just have to have the will and the desire to know that's aligned for you. And oftentimes there are things in our life that we think they're aligned for us, and then deep down we realize like, oh, that didn't work out because that actually wasn't aligned for me. So there's like a difference between that, like desiring and like needing to fill this void in you by pursuing something, and then there's a difference in like needing to do something because if you don't do it, like it doesn't fulfill like your life destiny. Life destiny is another thing that's like really been coming up in these readings continuously, and it just feels like, it just feels like there's this alignment of like this life destiny is like calling out to you, and it's like stop. It's like stop talking. It literally, it's saying stop talking, stop second guessing yourself, stop doing all of these things that are keeping you in the same place, that are like, literally, if you picture like a cord, picture that like attached to your head, because this is what I was feeling in the meditation. Picture that attached to your head. Picture that just pulling you backwards, attached to whatever is keeping you backwards, keeping you in the same place, keeping you stuck, keep resisting this change, and just freaking cut that. Like literally just take your hand and swipe your energy field and just be like, I'm done. Like I'm done with that. If you don't know what it is, just take a moment to meditate on that. Take a moment to meditate on it and figure out what it is. Pull a card about what it could be. Pull a card about how you need to move forward. That's going to be so helpful. If you pull a card, please comment what you pull and let me know, because that really seems like it's going to be a sign for you to move forward, or it's going to be like a crazy thing and you're like, wow, I need to listen to that. I need to be me. I need to make that change. I need to fulfill this desire that's been burning inside of me. I'm also getting this like chilliness, like might just be like really cold where you are, but I just heard the word like chili. Maybe that's a food that you're eating or want to eat, or what you're craving. Eat the chili. Eat some beans. You might need the fiber. That's such a random message. Yeah, but they want you to be joyful, and joyful, immersed in whatever it is that you know that you're meant to be doing. That's been calling your name for years, I'm hearing. Literal years. It needs to be done now, they're saying. Wow, this is very interesting. It needs to be done now, because if you don't do it now, another cycle is going to take place. Another cycle, and you won't have the energy to do it. Because right now you might have some energy to do it because you're frustrated, you're annoyed, you're like, I want to do this. But if you don't take action now, there's going to be this waiting cycle that has to happen. Which that's scary, because it's like, why aren't you doing it now? You know what I mean? Like, why would you have to wait again when you know it's right for you? Like, the timing is right now. Cut the cords and do it. Once again, my mood board has do it on it. Do it. Sorry, these messages are coming in like really long form, so I have to take a pause to like listen. I'm just getting the message like there's a time and place for drama, and the time and place is not right now. So if there's like a bit of drama in your life and you're interacting with that, I'm hearing maybe on social media, or with friends, with boyfriends, girlfriends, partners, just not amusing that. just because there feels like a lot of ego energy in that. I don't know who this message is for, but there feels like a lot of ego energy in that, and maybe wounding or something, wounded ego in that. Yeah, it's not the time for drama. It's really just sucking the life force out of you by engaging in this drama. And this also could be related to, like, the political change and shift. Once again, that message is coming up again. But it also could be related to your personal life. Maybe it's family drama. Just not letting that get you down, not letting that be maybe that is the cord that is bringing you back. So not letting that be the cord that is attaching to you, cutting ties with that. Just closing your phone, deleting your, I heard Instagram, deleting, I'm also hearing like unliking these videos, or maybe saying like not interested on certain videos that you're getting, or just not responding to certain people's text messages who you don't want to respond to. You are able to control your boundaries, and you got to remember that, because maybe that's something where maybe you're a really nice person, but that niceness has led to people pleasing, and you're actually like, wait, am I just being nice, or actually is this relationship filling a need for me, or making me feel energized after I leave them, or whatever it is. So just really making sure that you are noticing what your energetic boundaries are, and noticing that you get to be the person that decides what's good for you and what's not, and that means that you have to know what's good for you and what's not. So noticing like when you feel energized and when you don't. Yeah, I'm also just getting this like fogginess in my head. Like there's just like this maybe brain fog that's been happening because of all these things that have been going on in your life external to you. And it's like, they're like, it's time to go internal. It's time to shake off the external, not focus on that as much, and go inward. I'm like hearing like a lot of like mindless scrolling. Like mindless scrolling might be happening right now. And they're like, no. We don't mindless scroll here. They're like, stop doing that. Fill your time with something else, because in order to get rid of a habit like mindless scrolling, you have to fill your life with something else that you like. So go take a class, go do something that came up in the last reading, education, go do it. Fill your time with something else so that you don't find yourself wasting it, or avoiding your life, or numbing, or even the feeling of like thinking you're just taking a break and escaping from reality for a second by going on your phone, or whatever it is that you like consciously think, because we don't usually think we're consciously, or we don't usually consciously think that we're escaping reality. We're just like, just want to like go be on my phone. Just fill your time with something else. Fill it with something else. Fill it with fun. Fill it with art, I'm hearing. Fill it with learning more about yourself through cards. I don't know why cards keeps coming up. Like maybe tarot is significant, or just oracle cards. Like that could be really helpful for you right now, just while you're trying to be more in touch with yourself. Also just like hearing the word crystals. Maybe that's why I grabbed a crystal today. And trusting you're on the right path, that this isn't random, that you're here for a reason, that you're always guided. Also, this is funny too, because I was even just like researching them earlier this morning, but maybe it's time to get into your angelic connection. So looking up what archangels might resonate with you and which ones you want to call in on a daily basis. Archangels can be some of the most powerful, like healing, protection, but also like soul path guiding presences. And that can just be so helpful for you during this time of just like trying to release the distractions, trying to release the things that are holding you back, cutting the cords, coming back to yourself. I call them in multiple times a day, and it's just so helpful when I feel myself, because I mindlessly scroll. When I feel myself like being in all of these places and, you know, giving my energy to one video, giving my energy to another video, and before you know it, you're like 50 videos in and you're like, I don't even, like, what just happened? So using the angels to call back in your energy from whatever areas you've left it, or whatever areas you've given it away. Yeah, I think that was the last message. Those kind of, I mean, you'll have to let me know. That was a lot of niche messages. But we just keep coming back to, it's time. It's time. And that's fun. Okay, bye. Thank you guys.